Hi everybody, today on Poppy Cooks, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy pasta dish that just takes minutes to make and it's really delicious. It's called cacio e pepe. It's a rage all over the internet right now, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Really easy. Yeah, Lou loves her pasta. She's ready for it. Alright, watch. Okay, to start you need a pot and some water. You only want to use about half the amount of water you normally use when you boil pasta. Because you want the water to be super starchy. So you only want the water to cover, about an inch of the pasta you're going to use. Normally it's made with bucatelli or spaghetti, but today I'm using this fun pasta. It's called gigli. Okay, so you want to salt that water really nice and heavily, and then we're going to wait for it to boil. Once your water is boiling, you want to add your pasta, and then give it a good stir. You'll see how the water is just barely covering it. All right, you want to cook it till it's nice and al dente. You definitely you don't want to overcook this pasta. Yes, Lulu, it's cooking. When the pasta is just about done, when it needs like another minute, you're going to want to start collecting the water. You're going to need to save about 2 cups of this water, because essentially that's going to be what the sauce is, at least the base of the sauce. All right. Once I got the pasta drained, I use that same pot and I'm now melting 4 tablespoons of butter. And once that's all melted, I'm going to add a heaping ½ teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper. If you have just regular ground pepper, that's fine. You can use coarse, you can use like the fine grain, whatever you like. You just want to have that little bit of a bite. All right, then you're going to let this saute just for a little bit before we add the hot water. Once you got it all nice and toasty, you're going to want to add your hot pasta water. All right. You're going to let that simmer for about a minute before we start adding the cheese. Make sure you give it a good stir. All right, so it had about a minute to simmer. Now we're going to start adding the cheeses. You want to use freshly grated Pecorino Romano cheese. I shaved mine, because why not? And you want to add about a ½ cup at a time, and then make sure you're stirring it in until it's fully melted, and you can keep adding the cheese until you're done. So the cheese is all melted, and you'll see you have a nice creamy sauce. What you pretty much made was an Alfredo minus the milk and the cream. So once that sauce is ready, you're going to put the pasta right back in and toss. Give it a nice stir. Get all the pasta coated, and that's it. This is ready to stir. You can adjust your seasoning at this point, but if you had enough salt in the beginning, you should be okay. Look how creamy this is. And it's ready to eat right away. Delicious. Enjoy. Lulu's ready.